Good morning, everybody. My name is Robert Ottinger, call sign Otto, and I'm the CEO and president of Nautryx Incorporated. So we'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing today before we get into the actual presentation. First thing, we're going to be going over what we're working on, how we're doing it, and what we're asking for. So as you can see right here, I'm not going to read it off the slide, but we're pioneering a quantum engineering solution that focuses on quantum sensing specifically, and we'll get into the details about what that does and how it works and what the problem is. So to start us off, the problem. As we're looking at the drone landscape, there's been a couple of threats that we've seen over Ukraine over the past few years, and in the past year specifically, 6 months, there's been a couple really big high-profile events that happened in Russia and in Iran that have really focused the DOW's attention on this counter-drone space. Here, if you look at Operation Spiderweb and Operation Rising Lion, at these circumstances, at very specific sites, drones were launched, very cheap drones, less than $1,000, were launched in the country at the site with less than a kilometer away from it, and they were able to take out some really key pieces of infrastructure, including billions of dollars of strategic bombers for the Russians and air defenses for the Iranians. So this is really pushed the green light for the DoD to throw everything they can at them to kind of figure out how to defeat this, because right now, essentially, there's nothing. It would be the equivalent of a drone launching from that parking lot over there, hundreds of them, and just completely devastating whatever there is around them within 1 kilometer. So there's a really high focus about this specific problem right now. Our team. This is the quantum scientist that is the genius behind it. He has patented technology, working on transferring that technology into usable data. So that key piece of technology, he has all the rights with him and his company. He's licensed it over to us at Nautryx Incorporated, where I'm the CEO and president. And how this works and what it does. So the quantum sensing, it works on detecting changes within the Earth's magnetic field, and with it, we're able to pinpoint and give very precise locations for radars that you would traditionally use at a 35 to 40 gigahertz range. Now, those aren't usable in detecting drones because they are very large, very power hungry, and very cumbersome to deal with on the field. So our technology, what we do is we shrink that. We are able to take something that would traditionally be 500 pounds and put it in less than a 20-pound box. And the power requirements are about the same as a battery for a laser pointer. So we're engineering these solutions to bring out to the DoD space and completely miniaturize and power starved it instead of power hungry. So there's lots of different things that it offers advantages for that the DoD is moving towards. They're moving towards high-powered radars, EO/IR, which is cameras, and they all have limitations. This goes past all of them and addresses them in something that's cheaper, lighter, and less power hungry. Next slide, please. What we're looking at as far as our time, we still have prototypes to develop. We've kind of finalized 3 finalists for what we're developing for our prototypes. There's 3 different routes we can go. We need to develop all 3 simultaneously, and the software solutions that come with each of those, we're anticipating to be done with those by October of this upcoming year, so roughly 11 months from now. And then we're going to be working with the DoD to try to secure an IOC contract, an initial contract for 15 systems. And we'll go into the pricing on that and everything in our financial projections a little bit later. And then later on, please, questions?
Questions come later.
Yeah, keep going.
So we have our timeline that we'll go ahead and show you and what it's going to look like. Next slide, please. So simultaneously, we're looking for investments of $750,000 and also pursuing grants. And once we get that IOC contract, that's going to stand up our production facility to allow us to move into a full rate contract with the DoD and to get in front of these decision makers and be moving forward in that space. So, next slide please. This is what we're asking for, $750,000 for the first round of funding to get us there for the full prototype development and software development. And that's what it's going to be looking for. Those are the details of the grants that we're going to be focusing on as well in conjunction with that. And last slide. All right. If there's any questions, I'll be glad to take them, but if not, thank you all for your time.